on Salty Paws, filling in for Patrick again, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about triplets. We started off on that last time, and we'll do a little bit more today. But first we want to start off with the good old frailing strum. And as you can remember, it's a simple count of 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. A down strike with your middle or index finger, followed by strum, and then coming off the 5th string with your thumb. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. And remember, good practice. Every day, we're frailing. Last time we talked about triplets. We did so by counting them out first, and remember a triplet can be one of two types, either 3 notes substituting for 1 or 3 notes substituting for 2, and we're going to talk about uses for both of those today. And we're going to start off, remember, let's just do some counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and with the frailing strum it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. And if we take a triplet of 3 notes substituting for 1, it'll be triplet, 2, and 3, 4, and. Triplet, 2, 3, 4, and. Triplet, 2, 3, 4, and. And then the harder one is taking 3 notes and substituting for 2. So the entire frailing strum of the first half of the measure gets turned into a triplet. Triplet. I can't do it. Triplet, 3, 4, and. Triplet, 3, 4, and. Okay, so what I want to do today is to show an example of this, and we're going to use Cripple Creek as an example, and I'm going to steal some of Patrick's tablature and put it on here, and that way you can see what's going on tablature as well. Cripple Creek, as you may remember, goes something like. That's the first, the A part of Cripple Creek. And what we're going to do first off is liven that up a little bit, and the first half of that is going to stay the same. That part's going to stay the same, but the second half is going to have the frailing strum, that first note of the frailing strum, first divided into 2 with a hammer on. Hear the difference there? Get my finger on the right fret. Okay, now we're going to take that first note and divide it into a triplet. Try that again. And I'll try it even slower. Okay. So that's taking the first strike of the second measure of the first part of Cripple Creek and adding a triplet at the beginning. Now I'm going to put it up to speed and listen to the differences. That's without the hammer on. That's just a single note, single quarter note. Okay, so that you get the idea on that. Next, we're going to investigate taking a triplet, the type that you take 3 notes and substitute them for 2. And for that, we're going to use the second portion of the A part of Cripple Creek. So. last part is going to be substituted with a triplet. And as you saw there, I just hit open 4th string, the hammered on the 2nd fret, and then hammered on the 4th fret, and in order to get the full triplet effect. So let's listen to that again. Okay, now what makes this even more interesting is that you probably can do this without having to actually do those 2 hammer-ons in a row by using a slide. So if you hammer onto the 2nd fret and then slide up to the 4th fret in the right time, you can do the whole thing without much easier, without having to do 2 hammer-ons, but a hammer-on and a slide. Let's see if I can get closer here. So there you got some things to practice. Triplets that are 3 notes substituting for 1, and 3 notes substituting for 2. 2 different ways to use them in Cripple Creek. So I guess that's all for now. So Salty Paws clear.